There we go. This is the part where I eat my sandwich on stream. Hell yeah. I'm late. Good morning, Jimmy Map. Good morning, Kawaii Chibikoneko. Good morning, Ratty. Good morning, Metal Deer. Good morning, NOK Guy Zero. Good morning, Wait, hold on. Good morning, Vasrati. Good morning, The Egos. Good morning, Mint Costello. A yummy cigarette. You could sure go for a scrummy cigarette right now. Sandwich. It's got artichoke dip and feta cheese and sandwich with the bread. I remember Monday now a little bit better. Not really, but I remember eating like the same kind of sandwich. And someone asked, I don't remember who, I can't remember that well. So I was like, "What do you like, artichoke?" And I didn't have like a response. I never thought about it, you know? It sounds stupid. But yeah, I don't know the last time I've ever had like regular artichoke. Normally you have like pickled artichoke hearts. That's what you get like at the store, right? That's what gets put on your pizza. I mean, you buy artichoke at the store too, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean? It's a pretty good title screen. Okay, here's the bit I was talking about. You can hot swap the languages. Whoa. Bad. No, that's Japanese. Yeah. Here we go. This should be simplified Chinese. Listen, I didn't think very hard. I'm too busy thinking about artichoke. 大家好，我喜欢的冰淇淋，我要吃冰淇淋。Does it have Dutch? Los diálogos. That's the devil. Deutsch. I don't have a Dutch. Oh, I'm like breaking the game. Uh-oh. Huh. Comic Sans. Weird. What is the science that goes behind dyslexic fonts? It's some kind of weird TV. A computer monitor. My bonus monitor is a big TV. A hand-me-down. Oh yeah, no, I've got this on my monitor. So that, like, the chat is, like, to the right of it. On my monitor and on OBS. Fits very nicely. We'll just call it Disco Elysium. Greek. Yeah, going to go with Dr. Hadaka. He's wearing a paper bag on his head. How does he see the screen? Inland Empire. He doesn't. He's an idiot savant. Yeah, and then you get like someone else. Yeah, you should punch Kuna right now. And then you get another voice that chimes in and says he's just an idiot. To make the letters more distinct, increasing spacing, make sure the letters have more unique shape. Huh. Good thing I'm not dyslexic. Not yet. There's still time. Huh. Oh. I'll bother with Kuna later. Right now. I've almost destroyed my sandwich. Almost. You know what? I'm sure the mirror will be real quick. Talk to that guy and then talk to the guy behind the counter. Oh, it's an object. Kim, you don't need to look in here. Oh.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
Damn.
No problem, officer.
I think it is a problem. Oh?
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Use the fucking chain cutters. Okay.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place, somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Me pulling out the chain cutters so I can get a better look at my balls in the mirror?
A mirror hangs
not
on
true.
the bathroom wall.
Well, we've done 8%.
Adorned with the expression. The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber.
Thanks for coming with me to the bathroom, Kim. Fry bar. There we go. Good morning, Papado Games. about money, you know? Gotta spend money to make money. Money's what really matters. Money can't buy happiness. It just means you don't have enough money. Invest your money. Buy stocks. Stocks to make more money. So you have enough when you grow too old to make no money. Damn.
Can I help you?
Good morning, Stinky Peanut. Just shine the light directly into his eyes. Stock and ball butcher. The Go Little Dude comic, but it's a tiny Harrier passed out drunk in his underwear. Oh. Is he gonna charge me for the lock?
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Huh.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene. The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal.
Huh.
I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. Two men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container despondently. CSM is written on their backs.
Thank you anyway.
Yes?
What did I see?
What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
Oh.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
Thanks.
We should find
I'll
out
consider
who
it.
the loud faction is occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
There are these things called days. You
Ah.
sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
Bird shadow.
What?
You feel like you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Yeah, Sylvie was here, yeah. I don't know what this is. Oh, you could just take that. I love dishes. Nice.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook.
I don't know this guy at all.
As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Goranci and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Goranci Kubek. Please. It's not funny.
I'm so tempted.
The man puts his cup down and replies something. His left hand draws
Say
arms in
whiskey.
the air. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music. especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
God, I'm still fucking sore.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
I wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
I'm drawn towards cobalt blue. Out of duty. I mean, yeah, like, Willy and Gags, we've got the loose thread with the keys.
Yes, I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Just to be thorough. As a side investigation. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. The door does not budge. A challenge.
No, it hurts.
You're right. The door looks positively immutable. You could never get it open using force.
Okay. Good morning, Mega Douglas. And good morning, Sergio.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those. Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably.
That's important, isn't it?
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Fine, okay, little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage.
130 real, I'll bust it open.
So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
Alright. Surely the pry bar will do it.
You see a heavy... The door does not budge. A challenge. The steel doesn't even tremble. Now you're hanging from the handle. The door remains immobile.
Fuck.
Okay, it was a challenge, and you failed. What now, loser?
Fuck you. Well, I really think it was worth a shot.
Hello again, sweetie.
I'm not gonna ask her for money. I'm calling you a loser hurts that much. Still haven't got the Kuno.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
Yeah, let another good news first.
Now? Do you mean the body is finally gone? Oh, right. Can you tell me when you've taken him away then? An autopsy? Wow. Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Yeah. I think Kim will get mad if you take the boots during the autopsy. Oh yeah, badass. Do you hear about cryptids? What's your favorite? I like the Insolidarian Phasmid. When are we gonna get to see the Cryptid Hunter? I want to learn about that from that guy. It'll be awesome.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through
Frybar.
him. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest
Thanks,
summit.
Encyclopedia.
The failure of the 38 single, Et puis descend, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Yeah, let's go.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity. I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes? That's right.
Okay.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper
We're
is
balling.
covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts.
I published the last mod. Yeah, like right now, sure. I'm really looking forward to never drinking again. I should get some magnesium at the store. I see what you
Of
mean.
those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with,
Let's.
the corpse does not object. He lies slumped to the side, stinking. The ground underneath him is saturated in purge liquids.
Yeah, but like physical instrument in my heart is calling me a pussy.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep... The dead man stares in silence. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first.
That's you.
Hey.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says,
KK57-0803.0815.
Oh, his initials are KK. Yeah, good morning, Red Bottle.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi.
I knew it.
57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date, 0803, and time of arrival, 0815, on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you.
I'll ask.
And what would that make the alphanumeric?
HDB 41, 0803. Help me out with the time of day, anyone? Let's say 1300. A good time to start drinking.
Huh. Do I trust electrochemistry? And the indie group goes, DM, are we knocked prone or supine? They're different. And this... this Sonic Doke image is knocking me prone. Damn. I wouldn't want to lie on the coroner's report.
Good. Let's go with that.
Hey.
NA. Next. NA. Roughly 50.
The corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook, teeming with opportunistic microorganisms, letting out a foul-smelling diamine compound. Your eyes turn watery.
Mondial.
Mondial?
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish. The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Fucky, fucky!
Should have taken a shot when they had the chance.
Male.
Pigs can have sex.
Right, pig's gonna have sex. Okay.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
We're
Do
still
not write down
going with
Emperor.
March 4th. 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
HDB 41 0803 listens, motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
Just treatment.
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
A silent nod. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest, as if in preparation.
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Hey Kim, look, there's a UFO spotlight. It's trying to beam up the dead body. I'd get fired. I'll wait to ask the dead man stuff afterwards. You know what? No, let's ask now.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. The blue heart. Oh, that's good shit. You'll love it. Just press down and fuck it open like you always do.
Thank you, Mr. Hanged.
Fuck it hard. Copopo the clown.
He means force. It'll work.
Thanks.
Come back later, Copo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Oh my god, look at Kim's shadow. He looks like he's built like a monster. You can see his torso really small on his tiny little legs.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
The Eva, yeah, exactly.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
Where's that corpse? So don't think you.
The
I
disappointment
didn't do it.
is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The boots are ceramic. Vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing. The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design. Tattoos.
He's looking for corpse dick in all the wrong places.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a triggered mini. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color, yellow. Length, 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing.
It's like D&D, yeah, because of the murder hobo, yeah.
The spine is bent more than the lieutenant compensated for. This buster's actual height is about 1.85. And no, you could not take him straight on.
Of course, I undercompensated.
Hey, let's go. Thank you, physical instrument.
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with the age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Surely this is a good idea.
The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to touch, wet.
I don't think I'm gonna stroke his hair, I'm gonna be honest.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Man, hold on.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation. Ligature mark.
I think we should show Rock to Kuno. Yeah, I'll show him high velocity.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You
Ah,
got
beans.
just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Yeah, we're petting the chain cutters.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
Always good to think ahead. Now,
That doesn't let me equip him. We do have a point.
we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Yeah. I mean, I could put one more point in. I'm gonna save the point for later.
After some deliberation,
Yeah.
you slip the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber
Man.
hands together, sweat forming on your brow.
Okay, there's two kinds of people in this world. Those that don't get it, and those that have used a bolt cutter to like cut a lock or like a thick piece of steel. Shit's badass.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut, and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the
I've
dark
always wanted to.
ligature mark around it.
You don't get it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
Oh, Kuno.
No, let's get out and see.
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
I gotta know.
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length
Just like me.
underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch.
How does this game have access to information about
You should touch it.
Balls are funny. Don't touch the balls. Has electrochemistry ever steered me wrong? I should have gotten some cigarettes. It starts rotting first. Huh. I think electrochemistry has always steered me wrong, actually.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life.
Damn.
In addition,
Pain
I see
threshold
small
fucks.
residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin. We have a real museum here, of battles, wars. Last item, hands.
The hand feels heavy, filled with decay liquids, like it's ready to explode if squeezed hard enough.
Ah,
You're
shit.
suddenly repulsed. So much so you feel compelled to drop it.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling. I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Yeah, because if he was hanged and not, like, tied up, then he would be, like, he like, scratched the neck, right?
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next? Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Excuse me?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
What? Yeah, sure.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
Yeah, this is my favorite moral. The brain is very vulnerable to compromises of its blood supply. I don't know.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
I'm glad Kim didn't fucking chew me out for that shit.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Never seen the word purge fluid used more in anything.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable.
It's like Kim's badge says, wow! It says mom upside down. So he looks down and he sees it, and it reminds him of his mom. Well, sack the gummy snake for Jean and I. You? Yeah, sure.
Respiratory system.
A good wing diabetic cat, I think.
He's really doing it. The dead man's teeth cut into his gloved hands.
Oral cavity shows no lesions.
Damn.
The victim has received a dental implant, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Well, I'm gonna look.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
I can't take another moral
No,
hit.
you don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything in.
Hell yeah. Well, I can keep it in.
You manage to suppress the contractions trying to enter your stomach. All it takes is concentration. Through it, you see nothing but darkness. More meat and darkness.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus. Hepatobiliary, NA.
The what?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert? Neither am I. That's it. Same for toxicology and serology, and unless you have untapped
Ouch.
reservoirs of knowledge there,
The completionist
like a
in me.
toxicology screening. At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request.
Hey,
Brimming with cocaine.
thanks.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
I'll admit the voila.
What's next on the list?
I'm going home in error. Alcoholic, nicotine addict dad who forgot he had a family and a violent drunk driving streak, and now he LARPs just a local detective. So true. That's what I'm here for. My family misses me. Good morning, son 312772.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fills. Leave a 4th one too.
I'll ask.
Nothing. Just in case. Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Fatal injury, 100%.
Agreed. Next injury? So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
Oh?
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Alright, writing down maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Right. Next.
What glass is you lifting? The alcohol glass or the glass of the sleep crack pipe?
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Yeah.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. What was that about no clawing around the neck? You'd be clawing for your life.
Ah, thank you, physical instrument.
A column of cold air encircles you, rising slowly upward in the shape of a courtyard, bordered by cracked plaster, windows, seagulls perched on air conditioning units.
Thank you, Shivers.
A small green enclosure in the middle of a corral of tenements, Cape-side apartments, whirling in rags, and the fortress wall of Terminal B. Above it, a thin blanket of coastal stratus clouds. Higher yet, coalition airships guard over the 21 cordons of the zone of control. The air is crisscrossed with radio transmissions. The hair on your neck rises.
Huh.
You will.
What? Okay.
Why do you say that?
I just took a whack in the dark. I'm serious. Well, what I just said... Woman jump scare? Complete aim and error. Shivers is disassociating. I should do more of that in real life. Harry is...
Okay. Why don't you think it was fatal?
Psychic arts. Yeah. Psychic arts.
Honestly, I'm not sure there weren't marks on his wrists. That part got blurry for me. The stench. But you are right. There should be signs of struggle. Let's leave the cause of death empty for the time being. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
How did it go?
It was an irregular field autopsy. We did not establish cause of death, which is supposed to be the goal of an autopsy. But, personally, I do not see this as a parameter for success. We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath. We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
I love being professional.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
Fighting electrochemistry.
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
If I don't have the drink, then I'll take mental damage.
For processing.
Search the body one more time thoroughly. Hold on. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick and to get some more water. It's bagging time. Did I say goodbye early, Hero Dollar? Am I insane? Anyways, I'll be right back. Really looking forward to more water. Let's go Elysium, but it's Freyren and Fern. Who's the drunk in that scenario? Oops. I'll be right back. Yippee. Good morning, Papa's dog. It's Disco Elysium, woke or anti-woke. Yeah, Rorschach tested it. Good morning, David 2D, I think. I'm already forgetting everything. To answer the question honestly, yeah, it is a Rorschach test, and that if you're too politically brain rotted in either in any direction, you'll get mad for it not portraying the politics you believe in, like, in the most positive light, or you'll get mad at it portraying politics you don't believe in at all, and that's that. Get a bad ending from shooting the child. It's woke. Okay, now that's it.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses.
I didn't want to click on this again.
Deep breath.
I wanted to get some drugs. Healing items. Written by an actual avowed communist. Yeah. Yeah. It's also well written. Most able-bodied men. They're much hunkier than you. I have some work to do. Oh, well, there we go. Sweet. I was so worried that I'd have to spend money. Time for the best character? Sorry, we're going back to the corpse. Racist lorry driver. I don't know what happens if you die. Does it? I'll see if it kicks you back to the last save.
The man is decomposing. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
I don't think we have anything that gives us perception bonus.
Your arm reaches out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, dead flesh through the latex glove. It's right under the palm of your hand.
There goes all of my luck.
His face,
you're not wrong.
His cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features. Everything is silent, all around.
Squeeze his nose.
They are swollen shut. You need to really push to get in. Only the little one fits. The flesh changes shape as you bore in, searching for something in the cartilage.
The fuck is he doing?
The thing you're looking for, it's not there. Crawl out, spider.
Oh, he's jamming him in.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop.
Yeah, this feels right, yeah.
The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, fragile, even through the latex. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Hard pearls of bone in the gums and in the back of the mouth. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in. A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from his throat. And there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Kuno nods, too. He takes a step closer. A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound. Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
What the fuck is happening?
Ah, shit, see?
Brainstem.
Yes, that's what this part is called.
Thanks.
You've seen the drawings. You've studied them. The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex.
I find it quite simple, really. show me gummy snake steam. What did diabetic cat mean by that?
This man will never sleep again. Never wake. The funk soul brother at the back of his head has gone dark forever.
Thanks.
Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres. The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Fucking cavity, see?
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow. All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him.
I see. Punch a hole through his mouth. If Kim wasn't here.
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Ice cold serrated metal. Its edges cut right through the latex and into your finger. The pain is barely noticeable under the adrenaline rush.
I'll tell him.
Can you get to it?
We'll inspect first and then we'll do it.
There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it, from the inside. The object that is in there stops just short of the skull, in the encephalus, knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
Forget about the fucking exit wound, Beano. The pig is wearing him like a fuck puppet.
Alright. Yeah, no, we're, you have one in Motorix. That was a 1% chance. Or whatever. You know what I mean. Alright. Now we know where it is. Surely we can do it. Oh, thank fuck. Time to smoke some cigarettes? I thought it froze.
Pick the object between your index and middle finger. Feels sharp, like metal. You press your teeth together. Your jaw is clenched. All you need to do is just...
I got it.
My pig's fucking got it?
What? What is it?
Yeah.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers.
Cooling Strigiform. Yeah, Kuno's having a great time.
With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered in blood right up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower. A blossom made of lead.
Fucking beautiful!
A bullet.
Hey.
The bullet falls in the bag. leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-calibre. Rifle. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Can I have it? It's evidence. Maybe I could sell it.
No, you deserve it. We can log it later.
Oh, okay.
We need to
Hell
add an
yeah.
item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds like heaven. Yeah, sure.
Opinion, fatal injury.
God damn right.
And one last thing. We can now fill in injury number 3. Ligament mark. Opinion, non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
Hey.
he's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Yes, and the belt around his neck, the hanging, even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead. I have had my doubts for a while now, since I saw there were no signs of struggle on his hands, and no claw marks on his neck. There have been other signs too, small things.
Totally.
We were right not to assign hanging as cause of death, as the perpetrators expected we would. No such luck for them.
There is, of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
To put him out of his misery? It's possible, but it doesn't explain all the other dubious things here. Lack of struggle, probably. I may be intellectually sloppy, but I prefer one theory at a time. And this just smacks of treatment to me.
Who would do this? Who would shoot a man before hanging him?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
He's a pretty dead guy.
To hide something. The real killer? The real motivation? What really happened here? Oh, you really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
How mad is Kim gonna be if I take the boots?
Yes, we should take a closer look at it.
I don't think he can.
I am certain it has more to tell us.
I'll be fine.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
We put him in a bag and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. The body bag should contain the odor for the duration of the transport. I would drive him to processing, but it's too late to do that today. I'll do it first thing tomorrow. No problem. One more thing. This was really good work, detective.
Hey! We are so fucking back. I don't need to steal the boots.
All right. I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
It's nice to see the heal refill health. Hell yeah. So, Kim, how was it? We could try that again. Like I'm going to English is my last language. Lucked out of having a crummy build. Not really. But yeah, first playthrough, yippee. I've gotten 2 sick-ass checks.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Oh, that's his name. Hey, I know Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Okay.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
I'm already spoiled on some of the bits about Disco. But though you're there. Failed every 42% and won every 8%. Fair enough. You tell them.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
He's so French.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave.
Yeah, like, I may know who killed the guy and why, but I don't know the story of the racist lorry driver.
But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
And good morning, old man diabetes.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense.
Yeah, can you look at his light real quick?
Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Wait. Fucking A.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Whatever you say, officers.
He found the racist mug.
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. I haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
This guy's awesome.
God man. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Change the topic. The way he says it
Oh,
makes
yeah?
it almost sound like a threat.
I gotta fight him. I gotta do it.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. Huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it.
I'm not just racist. This is when like the Shadow the Hedgehog theme starts playing.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
If this guy's all the Occidentals have, well, let's just say he's not exactly ripped.
Well, I have the pry bar. He's an expert racist.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
Huh?
The problem? The damn kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other introduced species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Yeah.
It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves.
Huh. You know, yeah, I did just puppeteer a corpse.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Okay. I can't not know about Measurehead. Do not be racist. Listen. Maybe if there was some sort of ultra racist, I could, like, out racist him. I'll upset Kim. Okay.
Don't push your luck, Runt.
Alright. That's money. Oops. Kim, my dollars, you're stepping on them. My real.
Damn, that felt good. Your heart's pounding nicely. You should tell people to fuck off more often.
Thank you, Half-Life.
Not as a general rule, but that one was justified. Better to get the lay of the land before telling people to fuck off.
That's the spirit.
Yeah. Nice.
Never forget, the whole world's a wooden house, and you're a goddamn flamethrower.
Badass. Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't do the maneuver check? I thought I did. Oh, yeah, let's do the... Let me do this right now. Oh yeah, the bullet. Shit.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Wait, hold on. Oh, it's -1 because I don't have it yet. I think. Surely it's only while you're researching it. Rigorous self-critique. But no.
Just relax.
Hey.
The two sides of the board are slightly
Got an average one.
like a drawer that's come off the slides. All you need to do is bend the plastic on your knee, slowly. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, you know.
Oh yeah, I thought like you wouldn't have the negatives if you're not like currently slapping it in the thought cabinet. Right? It's just while you have it. Well, fuck.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Fucking kill yourself. Excuse me?
2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there too. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
Insert started falling oranges into my mind cabinet. Hey, Apple.
It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored. Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card, looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please.
Uh-oh.
Your hand shakes holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on. To what? There's nothing.
Oh, shit.
Detective, is everything all right?
Good morning, Mercalio. That's the title card. Thought that was a game over. Good morning, Ribby Libby. Hanged over.
There is nothing. Again. Nothing sad, brother. No treachery, just blackout. Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia. That's me. Blue eyes, that's me. Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy. Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
I gotta find my address.
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause. Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing. Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape, its lack of beauty was not the problem. You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And it's
Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket, the air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
Nah, I don't wanna.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself, as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
Oh, yeah. Should have done no water for 2 days. It would have been badass.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
Huh. I'm sure my brother's done that before.
What happened? You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to. 10 minutes, maybe.
Fuck it. Oh yeah, I should get up and stretch. Ex-wife.
That does sometimes happen.
A ledger of failure and hatred.
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed? Good.
Hey.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
Thanks. -2 authority. Really gotta give him back the pen.
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found.
Maybe we'll get a woman jump scare in this too.
Beside his orderly handwriting, the bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny, shriveled head of cauliflower.
What?
Okay. I didn't mean to say that out loud.
Well, if I was the bullet, which I'm not, I would say, find the weapon that shot me. If we find who owns it, we will have likely found who used it, possibly to kill our victim. In conclusion, the more we know about this bullet of yours, the better.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag. You wouldn't ordinarily have cause to handle jacketed bullets. The citizens' militia uses cast bullets only. Little pebbles of metal loaded from the muzzle, usually in a cartridge.
Huh. Yeah.
The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter. You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard. It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound.
What can you say about the bullet so far?
Wow, I actually know this.
A jacketed bullet. Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzleloader like those typically found on the streets of Martinez.
We were right. This came from a serious weapon.
Yeah.
Highly unusual. The people of Revachol haven't carried breech-loading weapons like this for nearly half a century.
Huh.
Even the RCM uses ordinary injected conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it.
Something tells you that won't be anytime soon. This'll have to be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while.
Well, I mean, it's 50-50. We get it or we don't.
You can't remember what happened last week. What makes you think you're going to remember arcane firearm models?
Let's bump that up to a 75-25.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. You can't remember what happened last week. What makes you think you're going to remember arcane firearm models?
Little guy gets further and further away. Well, sure, why not? Oh no, yeah, the mirror isn't available. No, it was just highlighted because. Thanks. So, what was that? I gotta get a map of the city. Fuck. I think we're the raid Mata Shashiro. I'm still feeling Monday, you know? I guess Castlevania. Among Theta Civilian. Did I put the body away? Oops. Welcome to Disco. Yeah, we did. And good morning, Natasha Shiro. Alright, Union Boss. What a number on the victim's armor. Oh, the Lazarus. Yeah. Do we still have a, the murder weapon? Oh, we don't need to talk to Kuno. I don't think. You know what? Sure. Anyways, how was retro?
Pig? That shit was dark. Going in there like that. Oh, brutal shit. Tell me, Kuno dies. You gonna pick one out of his brain like that too? Kuno's gonna go out in a hail of bullets. Gonna look like a fucking porcupine.
Yeah, I don't remember if we have anything I skipped out on. Godzilla Generations. It's oh my god, that looks like shit. That's badass. You're wanting the Marshmallow 980. Gotta ask, who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
And good morning, Baby Manto. And good morning, Sayo Mallow. Welcome to Hungover Adventures.
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
Sounds like a rabid dog.
Yeah, think about it. Think about that rabid Kuno shit.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Ray!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help! Help! He's digging his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
I see.
Pig's in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
Look at his shit-eating grin. He knows there's nothing
Kill
to
him.
do to him. He's bullying you, and you are helpless. Kill him. Kill him now. He won't see death coming.
Good morning, the Gene A1. Good morning, 17, 70, 13 life. So true. My fist is going to emergence through his skull.
Scare him. How did this happen? You can still get out of this. Appeal to his reason.
Shut him down.
You didn't shut him down. Your fat fist didn't meet its target. Instead, it pulled you down with it. It's not as bad as it feels. You've maybe pulled a joint. The indignity makes it worse.
Hold it together.
Pig's biting down on his knuckles. Kuno can't believe this shit. Can no one stop the Kuno?
Stay with me. The biting is having some kind of effect.
Hey.
The pain is receding.
Pig, Kuno thought you had this. What happened? Kuno can't do anything now.
Fucked your shoulder, fucked your knee, fucked your fat body up!
Ah, fuck. Can't ask him for help.
Yeah, you deserve this. Trying to show your dick to Kuno. Kuno was scared.
I don't. Ah, fuck. Alright. How do you recover? Like everything else, you just don't.
Popo. Beat your fucking knee off.
I told you not to tempt such forces. Now, how about we go and do something worth the public's time?
Thanks, Kim. I already punched that box. Oh. Rose a pistol and a half-naked dame. Erotica without erotica. Badass. Maybe you can beat the child instead. This one. Boy Diero. Must attain a Franco-Nigerian hard body. Government reads your mind using radio technology. Badass.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
I am the law.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
Pretend that this child is your chat. Okay, drop the slurs.
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Give her a head pat.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store.
I haven't washed my hands since handling the corpse. Puppeteering him around. She'll be fine.
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running. Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed. Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Kim, this is important.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go... Well, they run out of money and have to stop doing business.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here.
Smells like zombies. That's probably the corpse on my gloves. I did bite down on the glove, yeah. I assumed it was biting down on the other knuckle, not the one that was, like, in the mouth.
Yes. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir.
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather.
The plasmic manifestations.
No such thing.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir? Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there. Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead. Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Huh. Crime, murder gets the people going, yeah.
And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him. You don't look much like a policeman.
Huh.
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
Maybe I should look like Dick Mullen. By the time the guys from the station get here, I wonder... The dead flesh is what healed you. Oh. I'll never be as good. Yeah.
Don't say that. He's not even real. You're real.
A real failure! Yeah, let me just have a fucking breakdown in front of a kid.
Cheer up, sir. No need to compare yourself to a fictional character.
I'm comparing myself to Kim right now.
You can show me some real deductive police work, sir. Like in the books.
Oh. Well, if we missed the, 80% chance to beat the shit out of Kuno, surely we'll get this.
You failed to deduce anything substantial.
Trauma dump on that little girl. This really is chat.
She waits intently.
You're very small.
Come on, don't be silly. That's not a proper deduction. It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
That was both men are bad. What about everyone's poor? What about... Yeah, give me the ex-wife, book. And one chrysanthemum. Trained every day for 30 years, still came to a Kamehameha. Aw, damn.
I have haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum. I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
They plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and recrimination while he's really long and drawn out, scarred for life phantom limb.
No, I don't know.
You can take this. Blossom like a pain flower.
Okay, pain threshold's great. I'm getting a good opinion of the guys. Never listened to electrochemistry. Physical instrument is badass, but a dumbass. Shivers is great. Half-light is always right. Pain threshold and endurance are my best friend. Yeah, we got it.
The girl is at a loss for words.
Okay, that was trauma dumping.
She shifts and sways on her feet, looking confused and uncomfortable.
I'm sorry, sir. Don't know how to help you.
Why can't you help me?
Sir, sorry, sir. I'm still little. I can't.
Professional trauma dump. What about when both of the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that. Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting. It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process, or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something. Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
Huh. She'll make a great VTuber.
That's really
See.
not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Oh, so after the, okay.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end. Maybe some about other books?
Composure? I gotta put a point into composure.
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
But it does make the famous people more famous.
They're all dogs.
Half-Light's badass.
Annette's expression remains ever so helpful, but she doesn't say anything.
Isn't that kind of a childish thing for a grown-up to say?
When she grows up, and if she grows up to be clever, she'll discover there's no such thing as a grown-up.
What makes you think I'm grown up? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, sir.
She doesn't know what to make of that, but she'll remember it.
Okay, we've scarred her for life. We've done great.
Aces high. For the rest of the world, the Aces High is just a cool Revachol thing, politically neutral. In Revachol, it still holds revolutionary connotations. Also, have you looked at Lieutenant Kitsuragi's clothes? He wears a bomber jacket, just like the ones worn by aerostatic brigades, and those cargo pants could store tools for hotfixing your aerostatic. Maybe you should ask him about this.
All right, well, let's ask him about it.
Yes? What about me? What? This? It's just seasonal clothing.
Huh.
Where is this going?
See, Kim, I have this place in my head where I develop new ideas and connections.
Interesting. I think it's called the brain.
Huh.
It's no mere brain.
Mind Laboratory, Spiritual R&D Division, Palette, Painter's Atelier of Concept, thoughts. Listen, I've had more time to think of less before.
Okay. And something happened in that brain? I do not have a thing with Revolutionary Air Brigades in particular.
Oh. Oh, he loves airplanes.
Okay, I wanted to become an aerostatic pilot. Then I turned 10 and realized we no longer have an air force. Absolutely nothing. Good.
Badass. My mind fort. Huh? It's an emo. I see. What a. How specific?
Good. Let's change the subject.
You know what?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board. It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want?
Oh, 2 hours? We could do it.
Very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape.
Yeah, let's go take these down while I learn about rigorous self-critique.
That's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead. Toxicology showed the entry wound was laced with an incredibly potent psychoactive substance called HUV4-nil. No street name. Who knows? Those pages are missing. What next?
Ah, fuck.
Don't worry. One day. One day you may still catch the man with the square gun. This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible, only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class." People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the Next World mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
Damn, that thing. Anybody got a thing in chat?
The case files do not show you finding the author of the design. The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between 2 options.
Fuck Banksy.
A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us.
Did we wreak havoc on another? I see. I don't believe in that rubbish one bit.
No one cares what you believe in, man with the smelly toilet ledger. What do you want to tackle next? Or are we done?
Fuck Banksy.
AKA Leslie and Burke. AKA the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it, it is unclear. Every officer, and indeed most civilians in Jamrock, know it's unsolvable. You were so drunk, you didn't remember what it was when you signed on. That, or you were high.
Thank you, electrochemistry.
Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man, and you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration. The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling signage and rear-view mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of their distorted features, is a medical improbability on par with you ceasing to produce the expression.
One in electrochemistry, I can do it. I'm built different.
You would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home? No, Leslie and Burke are on the corner of Main Street and Addition, because that's where the action is.
Exposing thine genitals. Papa,
Can you keep yourself off the streets? Threatening fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get the local gang of Zemyaki to take them out. The Zemyaki gave them ethanol, so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You tried it all, and still the complaints wouldn't stop, as they hadn't stopped for 10 years.
Namington, what do you like?
It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street. Because there they are, on the corner of Perdition. And what is Leslie doing? Good, you're learning.
There we go.
If the files are to be trusted, that's all there is to it. That and Burke breaking things, and the fact that they're both drunk. But then again, so are you. The case becomes considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger.
Welcome back, Jimmy Map. Am I drinking? Just water.
He must have it confused with the property he likes to damage. But the joke's on him. You're drunk out of your mind on potent Pilsner. You slam the hardened plastic board in his face. Then you proceed to beat him unconscious with it.
Uh-oh.
In the process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry, reports Leslie, who, at this point, is tending to Burke. Kill them. They broke it.
Gotta put more points in Half-Life.
He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open on poor Burko's kneecaps. The good news is, Burke can't walk anymore. Can't get out of his apartment, an invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke, who knows, but both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop. The unsolvable case is solved.
Oh my god. That's one way to go about it.
Which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. Do you want to read another one?
Who cares about a murder at a hookah parlor?
Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it. Insufferable dicks. Young people are the worst. So anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it is. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it, and smoked cigarettes, and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual.
Okay, no, but that sounds like a really funny bit. I wish I had a couch.
Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved. No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do. What next? Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Oh, we could read the divorce papers. I'll save that for later. I really wanted to know what this does.
Self-critique. Here it is. Hard facts from the man you are. You once walked in the locker room and were caught. You held a young woman by the arm and kept her in your apartment for 20 minutes against her will. That's right. These are not flights of fancy. These are real deeds, Harry, emerging from the darkness of your past. You tried shooting a fleeing suspect in the foot, but hit him in the pelvis, crippling him for life. And, above all, you let life defeat you. All the gifts your parents gave you, all the love and patience of your friends, you drowned in a neurotoxin. You let misery win, and it will keep on winning till you die, or overcome it.
How cool is the bonus? More pain threshold. Okay. Failures heal. Okay. That doesn't sound too useful. Woman spotted.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Can you give me some money?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
You can't open with the curse.
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything? See those shelves there? Go, be drawn. Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Give her. Take everything.
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl? Wonderful. Did you talk to her? Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Sure, 10.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
Kill her.
Mind your own business, sir. In our society, people don't get to tell each other how to raise their children. It's none of your or anyone's business.
Denial is the way she copes with criticism. The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
Trauma dump and then give her one. Okay, yeah. So I know about this, but I don't know about this.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
The cursed financial district.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Huh.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges. Inhabitants of Île de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Nothing. Why aren't you browsing the books? Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? You ought to.
Great minds think alike, but fools rarely differ. And the geniuses in chat type semen.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become. Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
Okay, you can't stop me.
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains. You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir. Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I am sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers. Thank you. Let's just talk about this first, all right? There's no reason for you to venture into the unknown.
Lies. Rip them open, we say.
Yeah, Half-Light. Yeah, Half-Light.
There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Kim's right there.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you, you're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
I forgot about the 70s.
What if you just break it down?
Can I say no? Like, mentally? Morally?
Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt?
I don't want anyone to see me cry.
Are you alright? This looked pretty intense and painful, I must admit.
What is going on there? Are you really trying to break down the back door? I warn you, don't tempt the spirits, officer. Don't tempt the spirits, or you'll damage the holy wards on the door.
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door, however. It's still locked and closed, covered in dozens of little charms and trinkets. Only an echo. No one is there. That's right. Take in your surroundings.
Yeah, I should have.
You need to have a solid ground and a proper posture if you want to succeed. Steady breathing, solid core. You've got this. With one shoulder forward, you're ready to smash into the door like a battering ram. The room is dimly lit and littered with old barbershop rubbish, but the path to the door is clear. It's made of a solid block of wood, but it has stood there for ages. The hinges are old and coated with a carmine layer of rust. It should be doable.
Alright. Surely. Is that a failure? Again?
Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt?
Are you alright? This looked pretty intense and painful, I must admit.
What is going on there? I warn you, don't...
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door, however. It's still locked and closed, covered in dozens of little charms and trinkets.
Badass.
Bent metal, broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
Yeah, I rip shit apart.
Kudos.
Anti-object task force. Yes, please. Oh my god. I'm looking at that mailbox. Thinking about it. Alright. Let's just hope Kim doesn't have anything to say about that. You would think about mailbox. Okay. Understandable. Molten candy.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks,
Yes.
featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
Yes.
This is entirely, completely you. You have found the right books.
Oh, Man from Hyundai. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
Yes.
Open violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do. What does it matter? They're all the same. However, the customer is always right, they say.
Male human warrior. No. It's male human barbarian with a two-handed sword.
If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hyundalaman, the Man from Hyundal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
Rows and rows of Heimdall men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Heimdall and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Heimdall, Return to Heimdall. And the solipsistic Man from Heimdall and the Heimdall Man.
God.
Maybe 100. Man from Heimdall and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Heimdall and the false god. Man from Heimdall and the scorched earth. Man from Heimdall, the Heimdall colonies. Man from Heimdall and the swamp beast. Man from Heimdall and the snow crabs. Those snow crabs are worse than they sound.
Oh?
Not even close. Man from Heimdall in hell. Man from Heimdall and the forest of slaves. Man from Heimdall under the lake. Man from Heimdall, Heimdall burning. There's even The Trial of Death, a pastoral combat game book set in the world of Heimdall Man, and so much more.
Pain threshold is got lowered. I'll give it a go.
Nothing of interest. Only silence and the cosmic background pain radiation.
I don't have the money for this.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages.
I gotta read about snow crabs.
By Wirral related merchandise.
Huh.
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure. Or perhaps you'd like Archipelago.
Oh, geography.
Cylinder, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Oh no, Karen took the fucking kids.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family?
Hold on.
Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
Don't be so hard on yourself, sir. You just need to clean up a bit. And technically, friends are a bit like family. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It's
Badass.
12 real. Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them, though.
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag.
Only the Headless Owl. Your video games are good. I got the like 8% chance to shoot the belt buckle, and I got the 3% chance to re-examine the body, and I failed the like 83% chance to punch the child.
Books in a board game section. Who wants to read books?
Final Claude.
There's a box that says Wirral 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements module. The side panel notes, a fantastic adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real.
Spent your whole life failing to punch children. I've got time. Fair enough.
That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement, so it makes sense.
I gotta get it.
Nonsense for anemic Beano-clads.
Physical instrument is right. Like a trout. Wait, oh, I can do the door again? Wait, what?
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in
Oh.
dozens, if not
So
hundreds,
that.
of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Alright, third tries the charm. Please, don't fucking tell me.
Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door?
Are you alright?
What is going... I warn you!
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door.
Oh,
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over
realist strong man.
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Sex crimes did pique your interest, but still, this Dick Mullen person only gets your pleasure centers down.
He's named Dick, what do you mean?
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst.
Dick Mullen and the Seminese.
Not a
The
single
Seminese
of all the
Cyclops.
stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Dick Mullen and the ex-wife.
You see,
Took the kids.
Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An Obvious Lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen.
You stopped because of the words.
Oh no.
That explains a
Turns out
lot.
Fated to solve a case. Yes, there's also The Dame Who Did It. Farewell, My Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick
God.
Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
How bad could it be?
Your attempt to grasp at the answer failed.
Aw.
It seems very close by, pulsating just out of reach.
Fascist magic. Picture book brochure. I like that picture. You can see it all the way from, like, zoomed out. Cool stuff. Boring. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick and get some more water. Get my drink on. And then I'll be back. Yeah. Oh, where'd I put that tab? I gotta clean up my fucking... I gotta clean up my windows. Oops. There we go. We're so back. Glorp Drive is an emote. Only the High and Hermit Studio. That was the Silent Hill soundtrack. Never Forgive Me, Never Forget Me, Silent Hill 3. So that should be Akira Yamaoka.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature. Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance.
Dick Mullen in a wicked Poland. Google, show me Glorp Drive. What if you look it up? Now I'm curious. Oh yeah, it just shows the emote, yeah. It's badass. Holy. Oh fuck, there's one where he's like Ryan Gosling. Fuck.
The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services. It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to and which costs more than this book, is garbage and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place. The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has disease of the liver.
Yummy cancer.
And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this? The throbbing in your head increases every passing moment you gaze at this shelf.
No fucking way.
Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pearl.
Yeah, we haven't heard about this yet.
The book contains very little explanation on the matter. This knowledge seems to be taken for granted.
I was gonna scream too. That would have been... It would have been 4, like 83s in a row.
The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the Pearl, also known as le territoire.
Oh.
For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik, or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near Pearl.
Was it 83%? Because it's 4 plus 2d6 to get 10. If they're all 6 or higher. Yeah. Is that 83%? Something like that. Wait, no, we had +1 as well. Something, I don't know. Anyways, 2d6 rolls.
Even better if you can find someone else, preferably a large man dressed in nothing but a towel, to thrash you while you're spread naked and helpless on a cool slab.
Sounds invigorating.
It is, and good for the circulation too. It also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the Pearl. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the Pearl and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired. Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health. That seems improbable.
I should get my hands on some of that.
For general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the Pale, though a sidebar cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour. These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude. Nudity figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions. This is exactly what you need. I don't know. I don't want to be the party pooper, but this Pale territory sounds sort of dangerous. Maybe you shouldn't walk in it naked.
Half-light? He's a bitch.
There's an entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations.
I'm a big dick cop, apparently.
You close the book and return it to its place on the shelf.
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh, no.
I see.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove.
Oh.
Held up by small pins. The board has come loose.
I gotta steal one of these. No.
The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez. This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another, far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme, Ozon, Laurentide, Fas à la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white.
Insulindic Ocean.
In
Yeah.
the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you. Radiating outwards from you, the suzerain Revachol. With a radius of 80 kilometers, still, the crown jewel of this Isola would be barely visible. You can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star, on Ozon, Fondelier, and Vimandu, on archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers, on Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas.
It's a badass name.
850 million people live on these little dots, an oceanic world of culture and commerce torn apart by history. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosigns and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seol is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East.
Ah, shit.
Hudon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst. It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is, north of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Rivershell Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. Rain falls on its slick black streets. And then there's the burnt-out quarter in the heart of Jamrock. Is it cold in this bookstore? Or is it just you? It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbour, even the whirling in rags there.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
Shit.
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
I had to mute the cough. You seem to underestimate my resources.
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps. They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
It's 90 cents. 8% is practically 100%.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Oh, you have to interact with it.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 on the upper right corner. Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North. Finally, coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Thank you, tutorial agent. Oh. Really like that. Yeah, I don't think I've seen the map. Is that a fucking cube?
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of
Oh, no, you don't have the option to anyway. Damn it. Thank you, tutorial agent.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens.
Whatever. Sigh. A drunk. Oh wait, hold on. I smell something good. One moment. Yeah, see that bag? Yes. Nothing? I expected a battle with the homeless man. Oh, he's gaming.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible. The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic. A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onug written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards. That's Kuno on the lens.
I just barely made that check.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the
There aren't
water lies
wires in that now.
studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the star of Pericanasis, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Pericanassian church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows.
Probably some kids.
Damn. Oh, I have to equip the bag. Yup. Oh, that's money.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick. They got as far as the street lamps and the statue on that intersection. Then something went sour. I suspect that something was Everard Clare, the union leader. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here.
I love organized crime.
We should have done something about the union 10 years ago. That ship has sailed, officer.
Well.
Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk, the ring of metal. The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry, different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost. The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible, a half-sunken sea fort, its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
Oh no. Wait, what does it actually keep track of the bottles? Shit. So obviously we try the door again, right? I love collecting bottles.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting. Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair. Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world. Your shirt sticks to your chest. The shoulders of your disco blazer grow heavy. The cold finds its way in under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you. Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play. A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed.
Yeah,
The
motherfucker.
lingering odor of decomposition mixes with that of damp soil. Sheets of rain over the water. A flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinez, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky. The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows. Will you ever go there? No, you are just one of the hundreds of thousands who watch them rise across the bay from Martinez every day. Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs, cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction, a defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
Good morning, Chatmiser. This is still day one. I'm not covering up the day count. Yeah. I was busy.
Coal City, end of all lines. Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance. The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide. Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers, slick with rain. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor is an artificial mountain range. Immense wealth resides within, and immeasurable poverty in its shadow. La Drusienne, King Dries passenger harbor. Cruise ships flanked by dock arms. Cranes watching over the mouth of the river distributary. Couronne, the lower middle class. Distributary after distributary cuts the city blocks in half. 7-story buildings trail off into the rain. A silvery curtain of rain over the houses. The class divide. A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised. The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock. Revachol is the capital of the world. Jamrock is the capital of Revachol. Droplets form on your eyelashes.
Isn't Revachol, isn't Jamrock a piece of shit? Damn.
It's home.
Where the hood at?
To be in Martinez, where no one goes.
Nah.
The runoff point of a long-forgotten canal. In the whitest part of town. In the shadow of the day the revolution failed. Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
Like most guys, fair enough.
Have a brother in the cut. Where the hood at?
So true.
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain.
Yeah, this game's good, yeah. Yeah, the only bad thing is don't pay money for it, because the devs don't get the money. But Yeah, I don't remember the exact details. Did, like, the guys working in the studio, other than, like, the lead developers and the writer or whatever, is, like, literally everyone cut off?
Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink. Coalition-era statics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. You should get a raincoat. There's a freight to the east. They sell them there.
I'll take the conceptualization still. Yeah. We could do it. I think when we get anti-object task force, we can redo that check. So that's fine. I love X-Wives. Badass. Leader attempted to take the game code with them to explore making the sequels elsewhere. Only dubious Wookiee. Okay. So there may or may not be sequel. Oh, is that what? Oh, okay. It's fucked still. I should check out raincoats. Cormorant.
This
game is like 80% writing.
Of an apartment building.
Yeah.
You have no clue. It's just a wall. So many walls all over Martinez, weather-worn, cracked, their paint peeling.
Hey.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
Logic error. She is not sleeping right now.
Thank you, Logic.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
If anything, you're afraid she'll take you out one day.
Are you sleeping right now?
Don't get fucking clever
Sure.
with me, Pig. You think you're so clever.
The mute the cough. The lead writer screwed over the whole team with the deal. The other team members hated him because he did literally nothing for 50% of the dev time. Yeah. Garden hose.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Settle. We don't have the detail. I think the real conclusion to take is, just pirate it. Who cares? It's free money. Who cares if it's morally correct or not?
Not looking for any trouble, officer. I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
It's the god of cigarettes and youth. Ask him if he's got anything to say. Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Can I at least have a cigarette? I think I'm good.
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
By God, this young man has the body of a decathlete. His lithe form was practically made for vaulting over the high bar.
Would his physical instrument ever steered me wrong?
Occasionally. Why?
Yeah.
You're right. It's horrible for the skin. Very aging.
I think you're doing Blue Blaze GX. Welcome to trying my best not to beg for cigarettes. Visage, it's familiar. Oh, yeah, the like one of the early PT inspired games. Good morning, Blue Blaze GX.
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Martin Martinez? Good local name. Let's go with that.
Yeah, I don't think Martin Martinez is his
I
name.
can tell that you finally got him down. Thank you. It was quite a disturbing sight, even by Martinez standards.
What were you doing last Sunday?
Yeah, that was Visage. I've seen a little of it. You've got like a lighter that lights up like zero lumens of yeah. Oh, it's still unfinished. Huh.
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
Ah.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Last week? I don't know. Look.
It'll take more than rain to bring this place back to life.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over. It was my Sunday friend.
A Sunday friend? How intriguing. He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette under the dull and darkening sky.
Stockholm.
Windows stand silent. Someone hides behind a curtain. Those windows have eyes, and those eyes are watching, spying on you three.
No. We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
+1 with a workout talk. No. We could heal morale off of this. What could possibly go wrong?
Time to bring out your secret charm. Tears and begging. Show him your emotional side. Throw yourself before his very feet like a dog.
Do you want me to cry? Almost, oh, it's from the documentary, yeah. Okay.
No, for God's sake, I don't want you to cry. Listen, I really have to go.
Ah, there it goes. Wasted. You would have gotten at least a few good drags out of it.
Good luck with the investigation.
I thought I was gonna freeze for a second there. Huh. Yeah, I remember hearing the bit where like he would just lounge around the office or whatever, like drinking heavily and saying it's all shit. All of it. Something like that.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
Being a major writer on the sequel wasn't enough. Okay. That's stupid. Well, I guess if he was, like, in charge of this one, I don't know. That's a bit of a shame.
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Once we've found a way in, we can ask around for his apartment.
I love rainwater. Can I? Bum hat. Do I need rhetoric? Badass. It's a free coat. Ah, damn it. I wonder.
Hey, up here, Piggo.
Oh? The Prybar did it. Holy shit.
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Yeah, sure. Well, why not?
Had a battery of tests just last week. I'm practically a patchwork of interesting critters. Kinda like a man-o'-war.
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms. Hatred, disgust, it's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features.
Kept seeing with my bro.
The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That Ozon her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershore. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing.
Gotta beg her for money.
You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to Ozon. I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko. Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words. Have you ever tried your hand at graffiti-o? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home, and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cads. And my name's not Mona, so...
She's one of those wokies. Kill her.
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium. I thought I'd mix it up, you know, summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation. Yeah?
I don't have an opinion. I lied. I'm gonna make her think it's Elaine.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval. Watch your back, Ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Right, back to picking up bottles. Oh, Kim. My style. Oh, that's badass. I'll take any rhetoric I can get. Half-Light's never steered me wrong. What's it at now? 5? Yeah. We'll be fine. Hell yeah. Damn, I love picking up loot. This is gonna be worth so much. Just in case it crashes. The loot is garbage. Hell yeah.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good evening, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
Okay, yeah, throw her off.
Beaton, my maiden name.
Just because of the goalie doesn't mean you can't score.
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
Relax. She meant it in jest.
Nah, fuck her up.
I meant you, the Revachol Citizens Militia, the police. I'm glad to see you here. I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
Okay. Yeah, I like how Kim is just leaning into it. Like, yeah, fuck it.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am. Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou. We are. And the city of Revachol is on the island of Le Caillou. I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
It's super a toy. It's badass.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands. The boat? No. It is called Cor de Leyte 19, because that's the type of sloop it is. It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business. My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off him? He's looking at
Hell
her,
yeah.
assessing her.
Commodore 256. Having fun. Oh yeah. Salute.
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
Qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. Where's the damn license?
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but two insulindic regattas. Even finished once. The other time, I would have finished the race were it not for an urgent work matter, much like the one I'm on now.
Actually, you don't. The Wayfarer Act specifically denies the RCM the authority to demand anyone's operator license. It's a little-known fact among us law officials. I was just being polite. Even school children know the Wayfarer Act.
Well, shit. That's weak.
No need to resort to self-pity, detective. You can still ask for her passport.
Of course.
The woman is silent, smiling while the waves lap against the hull. In your hand, under the plastic, a light blue passport saying, Republic of Vespa. The coat of arms has a lion and an ostrich. Seagent. The Republic of Vespa, formerly the Republic of Vespa Messina, was once a dual kingdom. An amicable parting of ways produced two constitutional monarchies. Vespa, the richer of the two, is an occidental nation known for its proximity to the Pearl and its exotic financial derivatives. It is a stable country, and yet there has always been something ominous about its perfect stability. It's a place at the edge of the Mwindi Isola, overlooking the Obi Sunt Isles, fracturing into the great unrest of the Pearl.
Among...
The woman, born in the year 3 in the commune of Revachol, smiles at you, face adorned with frown lines and crow's feet. The photo is recent. The name reads, Rejoice Leighton Messier.
Yes, but please don't call me that. Joyce is much more efficient.
Divorced.
My husband is. I have dual citizenship. A Vespertine is handier when traveling.
She nods and returns the plastic bag to her coat.
Good.
Hmm. Huh.
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the forestay to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
You little shit. Okay, full crazy. Who's my favorite NPC? Does Kim count? Because, like, if you have to say, like, there's literally no other choice.
This reality.
Yeah, fuck it.
What? Such an acute encephalopathy just doesn't seem possible. Surely you're joking.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
We may be here a while then.
Alright.
Way, officer. I'll help however I can.
It's brawl meta night, dear.
Alright, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
Hmm.
We're in Martinez, baby. Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Oh yeah, I should have done the white checks first, and then gotten like a stat boost.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders. This place used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are the real star of the show here now. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets. It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol, and the bay feeds into the ocean. Yes, we're on an island in an ocean, the world's largest body of water, the Insulindic.
Known to the early Revacholians as Les Immensités Bleues, the Blue Immensities.
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed-over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the River Esperance. We're in the delta of this river, on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her.
Ah.
And to humanity at large.
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city. The great kind. History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries. The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed. In the DeLorean century, 380 years ago. They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men. We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island, able to sustain up to 200 million.
Fucking million?
In the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
Okay, the delay is that bad. Thank you, Twitch. I haven't dropped any frames, allegedly.
I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about 22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom, coalition government in Cylindian Mission Command.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
We are where we are. I have no truer answer to give, unfortunately.
This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask, about even more fundamental aspects of reality. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Ma'am, Messier will be here later too, and tomorrow. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
Won't I be lazy? We'll do the white checks later.
It's better not to eat all your candy at once.
Indeed. I'm always at your service.
Well... Hold on.
It remains a mystery what you mean by this something close. This isn't about you. It's about reality.
Hmm.
A strange coldness comes over you as you look at the world. The waves sway the sloop slowly. That's all.
Pre-roll ads. Oh shit.
It's on the tip of your tongue, a doubt of sorts, already in your head. But it's not fully formed yet. You have to wait and return to this later, once the jamais vu thought is complete.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
Kim?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it? What is this? An athletic challenge? Scream it from the top of your lungs immediately. Show that asshole.
I gotta do it, right?
You're thinking it, but your lips are not moving. Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub. Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity. Silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry. Wealth and all its possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible.
I need the money.
Within reason. Now look at you. You misery-clad simian. Barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
What is this feeling? I've never felt ashamed. I'm scared of women.
Yes. You should be able to take care of yourself. Not grovel at her beautiful feet, dishonoring yourself and your organization with this request.
Ah, shit.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Say it. Badass.
I am sorry. It just doesn't come out of your mouth. What does is...
Money.
Excuse me? I didn't hear you. Did you say money? Of course.
Can you have fuck with her?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
Uh,
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective? How can I forget? I was hoping your condition was rhetorical, Detective. A questioning technique.
it's not. I wish it were.
I have sympathy for your highly unusual condition, sir. And I believe you. But as it stands, I cannot share any confidential information until I've seen both your badges.
I understand the dictates of protocol, ma'am. But is there no way around it?
I'm afraid not, Lieutenant. These are my employer's orders.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Suggestion 1.
She's a negotiator.
Oh, come on.
Just floats a favor as her. Insinuates.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
Okay.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Ah, fuck.
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason. The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Oh, shit.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Kim?
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year. You should take care of that, then. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
Shit. Oh, I can do that again. No? Huh. Jamais vu. Oh, we almost have 2 of them. Okay. I want to see those thoughts. Can I get a hat and glasses? Bum brain. Wait, hold on.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly,
oh, this is it.
You to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands. No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we're siding with the Union.
Well, shit.
That we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching. Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
Oh, I guess we're getting back to it then. Hold on.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Shit, yeah, baby. It's the party pipeline. Why would you want to shut that down?
Why are you trying to shut down the party pipeline?
I assure you, officer, these are not the sort of parties you'd want to attend.
She has no idea what kind of parties you visit.
Okay.
Yes, after they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Ah.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut. Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dockworkers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Am I gonna need bolt cutters for this? God, I fucking wish.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you. We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers. No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue. Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
A cold breath rushes in from the bay, making its way down the alleyways and potholed streets. From Martinez to Jamrock, in the traffic you hear the clinking of glass vials, concealed beneath tarpaulin. Or is it just your teeth chattering in the cold?
A lot of it. It comes in from large Samaran factories in South Safre, Sigai, and Sinyao. The literage they must get from this terminal alone must be oceanic.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wandered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand. How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves. Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you. Yes? Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need.
Maybe that one racist guy.
Let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance. Of course, Detective. Take care.
Yeah, I've been waiting for these.
Anti-object task force. Behold, the anti-object task force has assembled. God's avenging angels array against the lower emanations of the darkened one. Shoe racks, tape recorders, motor carriages, and doors. So many doors. You're not just pounding it all to pieces. You're reforging the universe. From the anvil of the heavens to the worms below. Indulge in it. Be bold. Have an impact on the shape of creation. Out of the furnace of your rage. A new reality. Also, you should trash your room again.
Hell yeah. All taking physical objects heals damage. Holy shit. The ex-wife. Plus zoom out distance. Excuse me? Oh, it didn't do the audio for this, damn it. Well, it gets smaller and smaller as you rise above the dollhouse world. You see him out in the snow, on the streets, in the shop on the corner, and finally, in a matchbox house, sitting by the window. White flowers on the windowsill. You can smell them from up here. It's awful. A white mourning, a modern death, divorce, or something similar. All he can do is put more distance between you and him, make him smaller, make him less you. Okay. Okay, one more thing. We can't redo the door yet. Well, shit. I was looking forward to it. I think that's a good place to stop for today. 4:20 a.m. Well, I gotta go to the bathroom again, get some more water again, grab another sandwich. I need it. And then, Inktober. And then Pixel. And then tomorrow. Yeah, I gotta get jamais vu. I really want to smash that door. We can upgrade pain threshold later. Crash your stream, reorganize the fabric of the world. Anyways. Oh, I didn't even see the buttons there. That would have helped. Well, yeah, more disco tomorrow. Baby. That's what Austin Powers would say. Where's the tab? Get me out of here.